You might think you know Spider-Man and his amazing friends, but here are 12 facts you may not have known about the friendly neighborhood wall crawler and his friendly neighborhood friends. Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends debuted on September 12, 1981, with the episode The Triumph of the Green Goblin. The show would run for 3 seasons for a total of 24 episodes, with the final episode, Mission Save the Guard Star, airing on November 5, 1983. The original concept of the show was to compete with the popularity of Super Friends by giving Spider-Man pals with fire and ice powers. Since, however, the rights to the Human Torch were tied up at the time, the producers of the show created an original female hero with fire powers who resembled Mary Jane Watson, first called Firefly, then Starblaze, then Heatwave, and finally, Firestar. Firestar was introduced in The Amazing Friends show, but would be integrated into mainstream Marvel continuity in 1985's Uncanny X-Men number 193, when she is introduced as a member of the Hellions, students who were rivals to Xavier's New Mutants. She would later get her own miniseries, join the New Warriors, and later, the Avengers. Other original characters to the series include Hiawatha Smith, a Native American Indiana Jones reference who fights with a boomerang and can talk to animals, Lightwave, Iceman's never before or since mentioned mutant half-sister, and Video Man, a Season 1 villain who gets video game-related powers and became a hero in Season 3 when the producers realized how popular video games were. Notable voice actors include Dan Gilvezan as Spider-Man, who also voiced Bumblebee on Transformers, the legendary June Foray as Aunt May, who also voiced Rocky the Flying Squirrel, and the equally legendary Frank Welker as Iceman, who also voices Fred from Scooby-Doo. The show was really only called Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends in the first season. In the second season, it was paired with a new Hulk cartoon, and the two features together were called The Incredible Hulk and The Amazing Spider-Man. Season 3 was called The Amazing Spider-Man and The Incredible Hulk. Another change was that starting with the second season, the episodes were narrated by Stan Lee. In order to make the series more consistent, Stan Lee narrations were added to Season 1 episodes as well for subsequent viewings. Perhaps the best known episode of the series is the Season 1 episode 7 Little Superheroes, an Agatha Christie homage featuring guest appearances by Captain America, Doctor Strange, Submariner, and Shauna the She-Devil, who was called Shauna the Jungle Queen on the show, because I guess parents were scared of the word devil. The Season 1 episode The Quest of the Red Skull has never been included in any syndication packages, including Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, due to the inclusion of Nazi imagery, including swastikas, depictions of Adolf Hitler himself, and the phrase, Heil Hitler. One of the most memorable characters on the show was Miss Lyon, a dog who actually belonged to Firestar, though Aunt May took care of her most of the time. Miss Lyon was added to appeal to the wife of an NBC executive who had a dog of the same breed. It has been said that the show would not have been made without Miss Lyon. The pilot episode was adapted into a one-shot comic in December 1981. Marvel UK's Spider-Man Comics Weekly was renamed Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends for a year between 1983 and 1984. The Amazing Friends one-shot was reprinted as Marvel Action Universe number 1 when the show began to air reruns in 1989. The Amazing Friends series has been referenced many times in mainstream comics, including a 25th anniversary special in 2006 called Spider-Man Family, Amazing Friends, a storyline in Ultimate Spider-Man, and the inclusion of Earth 1983 in the Spider-Verse storyline, which saw the Spider-Friends killed by Morlun. That's it for this episode of You Think You Know Cartoons. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Comics Alliance for more cartoon facts, and check out comicsalliance.com for more cartoon awesomeness.